Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, folks. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Football's here. You know, I'm coming down with a little bit of sickness, so if you guys hear a little something in my voice there, that's what it is. But listen, it doesn't matter, all right? Football is here, okay? It is here. This is another week, and it's time to talk about it. So before I get into my picks for week 7, all right, I hear you guys already screaming, what about week 6? I'm ready to talk about that. I'm ready to talk about my recap and how my picks actually turned out for week 6. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I covered, Bills at Texans. Took the Texans in the football game, got myself a W, all right? Texans beat the Bills 20-13. You know, Texans doing their thing, taking care of business, you know, and doing what it takes to get a W. So shout out to Texans fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Texans as well, so I got myself a W as well. Next game I covered, Niners at Packers. Whew. Took the Packers in this football game confidently. I really thought that they would just absolutely lay waste to the Niners. Listen, Packers got themselves a win as well, all right? They got themselves a W, but it was a lot closer than what I thought it was. Packers beat the Niners 33-30. 33-30, you know. Niners came to play. They did their thing. Aaron Rodgers just continues to look good, though. Even after that injury, he's still being able to go out there and produce. And the Packers just did what it took to take the game away. So shout out to Packers fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Packers, so I got myself a W as well. And last but not least, my favorite game, your favorite game, our favorite game, the Jets game, baby, all right? Colts at Jets. Took the Jets in this football game and got myself a W, all right? Jets beat the Colts 42-34. You know, look, Jets defense started off really solid with a pick 6, got things fired up early. You know, there was some hairy points in this football game. We did give, you know, quite a bit of yardage to Luck. You know, the Jets defense made the plays where they needed to be made, though. There was a big interception by Darren Lee. You know, Williamson also had himself an interception. You know, the offense was able to move the ball down the field pretty well against the Colts. We couldn't punch it in. There were times where I really thought we should have got touchdowns instead of field goals, but Myers had himself a day. You know, I think he set the record for the most made field goals in a game by a Jets kicker. So he had himself an absolute day, and we did our thing. You know, we did what it took to win this football game. So shout out to the Jets fans. You guys got yourself a W. I'm a Jets fan, but I chose the Jets as well. So I got myself a W as well. So now it's time to go into week 7, folks. All right, week 7 is here. It's time to talk about it. Week 6, that's in the past. All right, that's said and done. We're moving forward, okay? So it's time for my week 7 picks, folks. It's time for it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I want to cover from week 7, Titans at Chargers. Ooh. You look at the Titans right now, they're not looking very good. Okay, they just gave up a ton of sacks to the Ravens. The offense looked absolutely awful. This is a game where I'm looking at the Titans offense and I'm saying, when are you going to step up? All right, when are you going to step up? You know, Henry is a back that I really, really liked coming into the season. He is not having the season that I thought he would have so far. I thought by now he would really be, you know, churning and burning, and especially with DeMarco Murray gone now. But, I mean, this situation between him and Lewis, you know, they're snapping in between each other. Like, it's just the carries are split in between these two backs. It's just not looking good, and Henry is not having the time that I thought he would. And I'm just wondering, the Titans, hey, like I said, when is this offense going to do something? Like, I need you guys to consistently get it going. Mariota, come on. Like, what is happening out here with the Titans? You look at the Chargers. They're coming in. They're playing fairly well. The Chargers are very balanced. This offense, I mean, Melvin Gordon is having a phenomenal season so far. He's really putting his mark on the NFL. He's showing everybody that he's one of the best backs in the league. But there's a guy behind him, Eckler, that really is stepping up as well. This is a guy that spells him extremely well. A lot of people would think, hey, you know, when Melvin Gordon's not in the game, you can kind of relax and sit back. Nope. Eckler will scorch you too. He's a back that can come out the backfield, catch the football. He can also take the handoff, and he's a burner. He can move, man. He can really move. He's quick, and if you sleep on him, he'll take it long for a TD too. You know, you look at the Chargers defense, and the Titans had issues last week with the Ravens. These Chargers, you know, they got some pass rushers as well that will get to you and get in your face as well. So, you know, look, with all that said, I am taking the Chargers to beat the Titans 33-13. 33-13, I'm taking the Chargers. The Titans, I just don't think have enough. I think the Chargers are just too well-oiled and too balanced. So, shout out again, to Chargers fans. I'm taking the Chargers, all right? Next game I want to cover, Patriots at Bears. Woo! What a game we have here, all right? I'm going to start with the Pat side of the football right now. Gronk, not going to be playing. Not going to be playing. He's dealing with back and ankle injuries. Not coming up. So you look at this situation now for the Pats and you're saying, hey, Hogan, Gordon, who's dealing with a hamstring injury, Edelman, they're going to have the targets coming their way because, again, the Bears' pass rush is absolutely ferocious. You have to get the ball out of Tom Brady's hands quick and hot, all right? You can't sit around and go through too much. You've got to do that. But they also have to run the football effectively as well to keep the Bears off balance, and a lot of that is going to be on Sony Michel. Sony Michel, a young back, they've got to put the ball in his hands, and he's got to do his thing, all right? Because, again, you got to keep this Bears offense, off balance, and you got to find some way to beat them up and gas them a little bit. You look at the Bears side of the ball, again, their defense, it's all about getting in Tom Brady's face. They've got to find a way to smack him around and make him uncomfortable in this football game. Point blank, period. The Patriots going to draw some things up to get it out of 12's hands early. Whether it be some screens, something like that. You got to sniff that stuff out, and you got to take care of it. You look at the Bears' offense, though, I think is kind of the bigger question for me is, can they continue this? Trubisky's looking like he's really turned the corner. He's done some very positive things this year. He's looked very solid. Tariq Cohen, a back that I love coming out of college, called him the human joystick. He's really showing up and showing out this season. He's got some time. He's a guy that's definitely a receiving threat. He comes out the backfield. They also line him up in the slot from time to time. And, man, he's a small but speedy back. You get the football in his hands, and he is a complete nightmare out there. So, with all that said, folks, listen, I am taking the Bears to win this football game in a nail-biter. 27-24. I think it's the last-second field goal by the Bears that win this game. I think Trey Burton's also going to have a big impact in this football game as well. But I am taking the Bears to win this game. I'm taking the Bears. I know I'm going to hear about that in my comments, but I am taking the Bears to win this game. So, last but not least, my favorite game, your favorite game, our favorite game, the Jets game, baby. Listen, Vikings at Jets. Woo. Man, the Jets, I love this football team. We're coming into this game really banged up. The secondary's banged up. No screen. No Tremaine Johnson. May is dealing with issues as well. So you're looking at this secondary, man. You're going to have Roberts. You're going to have Perry Nickerson. You're going to have Claiborne out there. These guys got to continue to step up because Diggs and Thielen are coming to town. These are two very solid wide receivers. I mean, the Vikings are coming around. They play no games offensively, all right? Kirk Cousins, Diggs, Thielen, Rudolph, the big tight end. You got to get these guys covered. And if you do not find a way, they will kill you. Point blank, period. They have a very solid running game as well. Cooks is a guy that's looking like he's not going to play. Dalvin Cook, looking like he's not going to be out there. But it doesn't matter because Latavius Murray is still very good, running back. He's still very solid in their system. They're also going to be missing their left tackle too. So that's going to definitely, I think, be a point of attack for us. You've got to make that second left tackle that they're putting over there, that backup left tackle. You got to make his day, an absolute, nightmare. This has got to be the day where he starts, and you just put pressure on there. So I'm looking to see, how we handle the situation. What is the defensive game plan going to look like? Are we going to sit back and put more people in coverage because of the issues that we're having in our secondary with injuries? Or are we going to, find a way to disguise coverages and send blitzes and get to Kirk Cousins? Because if you allow Kirk Cousins to stand back there and just have time to find guys, he's going to pick you apart and you're done. You have to find some way to put pressure on him. I think this is also going to lean on our front, too. Our defensive line may have to step up. We don't really have pass rushers. I would say maybe our best pass rushing defensive lineman might be Henry Anderson. He might give you the most pass rush out of all of our actual defensive linemen. So, Henry Anderson, I expect him, to have a solid game as well, hopefully, to really give us a chance there. You look at the offensive side of the ball for us, our wide receiver core is banged up. I mean, man, if there was any week that we didn't need this stuff to be going on, it would be this week. You know, you look at Quincy Newell's going to be out. Prior, he was dealing with an injury as well, and then he just got cut. You know, so they're looking. I think they're still looking to bring Burnett up from the practice squad, a guy that played for USC. Bringing him up and having him play in this football game. We're bringing Peak, Curse, Roberts, who is a very solid wide receiver, a veteran guy, and Robbie Anderson is going to be playing as well. But Robbie Anderson is dealing with a hamstring injury, which really hurts us too, because the Vikings front we'll get to you early and often, but I think that Robbie would be the guy that would keep them honest, so they wouldn't get heavy with the blitzing and really starting to send the house at Sam. But with that hamstring injury, I don't know, where Robbie is in this mix. Is he close to 100%? He can't be with that hamstring injury. So how much can he fly? If he's not a vertical threat, or as much as a vertical threat as he usually would be, it's going to be an even longer day, because if Sam does not get that ball out of his hands fairly quick, find different guys because of how banged up we are with our wide receiver core, it's going to be a long day. So I'm expecting guys like Herndon and the rest of the tight ends here to really have a big part in this game as well, have a lot of targets too. So with all that said, listen, I am taking the Minnesota Vikings to win this football game, and I am taking the Vikings to win it in a close game. I think somehow the Jets keep it close. I think our defense will just find a way to really keep us in this football game. And I think the running game for us is going to be really, really beneficial, to where we make it a dirty, muddy, sloshy game where we're just trying to establish the run and really grind it out. But I think the Vikings win 23-20. 23-20. I'm taking the Vikings. We're just too banged up this week. We're going to fight. We're going to give it our all. But I think at the end of the day, that they take it away with a late game field goal. So again, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank everyone for sharing my videos. Again, please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Please, I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the best if you do that. This is another Sunday. Have a beverage, sit down, enjoy yourselves with your families, and have a good time, man. Football's here. So have a good one, folks. Peace.